All right, welcome to the Big Bran Club because Bran is here today.
PD, when did you come up with that?
Just now.
That was good. It felt like you had it in the chamber for a while, but I'm very impressed. That was really good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Bran is here. He wanted to join us so bad because apparently he loves this show, and he was just dying to talk about it.
I thought the best way to go about this is to come 10 episodes in and really give this show the shot it deserves.
Pretty crazy. Hey, Chase is here too, by the way.
Hey, Chase, whatever. I mean, Bran's the big ticket item today.
pretty crazy that when you said that we're 10 episodes in, I was like, there's no way. But we are. Yeah. It's 3 a week. That's crazy.
10 episodes, 24 days. I texted you guys because I was watching it live. And I was like, they're 24 days in. That's 2 more days left in Survivor. And this show's just getting started. It's crazy.
Feels like nothing's really happened yet.
That's wild. There's still so many people in this house.
Yeah, there's only been 3 evictions.
Man, that's wild.
I mean, should we get some of your thoughts just on Big Brother as a whole?
Yeah.
I don't think it's for me. I don't think I'll be back. And, I mean, I might come back just to hear your thoughts, but I don't know. It was so zany. I mean, maybe I just need to watch it more because it just kept catching me off guard.
It's a less serious vibe.
It's not serious at all.
Yeah.
It's like I like, there are things that I like about it, like the strategic stuff of, you win the head of house and you get to vote to 3 people. One of those people can then have the opportunity to be like, all that stuff is really fun. And then having to go into the voting room and talk to, what's her name again, PD?
Chen Moonves.
Yep. And like that side of it is really fun. Like that moment where they say the name and then they're like, I want to say hi to my mom and my dad and everybody. And they're like yelling as they walk out the room.
Yeah.
Like there is something about it that is like, it's so chaotic. And so maybe I just need to get a little bit more acquainted with the chaos of it. I felt, I don't know, I had a bit of whiplash while I was watching the show. I was like, what is going on? There was a lot of bread talk that I wasn't anticipating. And yeah, it just, and then like, because the eviction episode is live, there's just like weird things about it, like lots of silence while people hug and hit the microphone.
Yeah, I love that part. That's actually my favorite part.
I like it, but I'm also just like, it feels, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's so interesting compared to how like polished Survivor is in that sense. And then like even the challenge to find out who was safe, if like the cameras were in weird spots. So like when it started, and we'll get to it, but it was just 2 different shots, but nobody was walking into the shot for like 10 seconds. And I was like, what is happening right now? So a lot of that I think is like the fun of live TV. But I don't know, maybe I was going into it too much, trying to compare it to Survivor, that the chaos threw me off. But that was my thought.
Yeah, I've thrown Survivor out the window. This is bizarro world as far as like what I'm used to with reality TV. But Bran, I mean, I understand that you're used to only discussing serious operations like Hallmark and Lifetime.
Yes.
So it might be a bridge too far for you.
I know. I'm going to have to try to get weird, and I'll do my best. I did have fun. I will say that. It is a fun show. I just don't know if it is 3 episodes a week fun, Yeah. And I almost feel like you have to really go all in to fully enjoy it. At least that was my experience only watching 2 out of the 10 episodes. So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
All right. Well, you know what? I think this time next week, Bran's going to be watching the live feeds 24/7.
Oh,
He's going to be hooked on Big Brother.
Do you guys watch the live feeds?
Chase watches the highlights, right?
Yeah, I see the highlights on Twitter.
Somebody is doing the hard work of watching it and cutting
lots
it and
of
stuff.
people. Yeah, I mean, dude, it seems like Big Brother fans like all day long they just throw on the live feeds on their work computer while they're at work all day and just pick up on things. It's really fun. I like the chaos of it all.
Big Brother.
Big Brother. I like it. I like it a lot, but it is very different than Survivor. I almost wouldn't even compare them.
Yeah. No, I don't think you can. And I'm sorry that I did.
Well, no, it's not that you can't. It's that you shouldn't. And you should feel ashamed for it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. The shame
I was
is real.
doing it last night. I was talking about how I don't like how scripted the confessionals feel in Big Brother compared to Survivor. That I don't like that at all.
These episodes were rough with that. Like, it was really hard sometimes, some of those confessionals.
Yeah, but overall, I'm still Big Brother pilled, okay?
I find myself thinking about like the production of it a lot. Like, it really is a feat what they do, and like the live episodes, I found it to be really interesting from a production side because I'm thinking about how they have to like turn on the audio for certain parts of it in certain parts of the house, and the back and forth between when they go into the voting, and like Julie, what's her full name?
Julie Chen Moonves.
Is like she'll like do a whole setup. Like where she's like, this person is been known to flip flop and blah blah blah, and they clearly can't hear that part of it right in the room, and then at some point it locks. I found all of that, and it seemed like clearly they're on it. This is what season 27.
Yes,
and so clearly they've got all the things ironed out. But it was really interesting to watch that. I also noticed that Julie had like a little remote thing in her hand, and I don't know what that does. It's not like she's a weather person.
I think that might activate her microphone.
Really?
For the house to hear.
Yeah. So there's like little things like that you notice, and like I'm just nerdy enough to like wonder about how it all operates.
Oh,
but
for sure. Because if you've ever operated a video switcher for like a 4-camera operation, you're like, what does that soundboard look like for 112 cameras and 113 microphones?
Well, and also
camera 67, you're live. Camera 32, you're live.
And the way that the camera switcher and the audio switcher must be in sync, because when they're live and they're going to this people having a conversation from a different conversation, like they have to turn those mics down, get the other ones, know who is mic'd up, what, like all of that is very, like, it's very intense.
My favorite part about the live feeds that I've seen is like they get instructions. I don't think producers go into the house.
Sure.
They get instructions from an intercom system. It'll just be like, Ava, fix your mic pack. Ava, fix your mic pack. And it's really creepy.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I was thinking about that while they were voting. Like, she said whoever the first person was to go vote, like, did it. But then after that, she doesn't tell anybody. They're just in the hallway ready to go, right? So clearly another producer is telling whoever's next to go and hurry up and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and another thing I noticed was they always read the same verbiage when like they're the power veto and they do the power veto ceremony, and they're like, this means that blah, blah, blah. It's always the same exact verbiage, and you can tell they're reading it off the TV screen.
Or they just have a note in their hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes, they just have a note in their hand, yeah.
Yeah. I loved that Julie, what's her full name?
Julie Chen Moonves.
I love that she was like, let's take a look at what's going to happen next week on Big Brother. But obviously that hasn't happened yet. So it's just the same thing every week. It's just like on Sunday, this is going to happen. And then on Wednesday, it was a funny, like, we don't know, obviously, because it hasn't happened yet, which is kind of fun. But it was very silly to me that they tried to like pass it off as like, next week on Big Brother, the same thing as last week.
Or they'll just be like, let's eavesdrop on the contestants, and it's just them with like no audio, just sitting around.
Yeah, just looking at each other.
But hey, guys, this was a big week, big 2 episodes.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys normally do this, but I'm excited to hear your thoughts on the fella who got evicted. I almost said voted out like a moron.
Adrian got evicted from the Big Brother house.
Yeah, and I'm excited. Like, and the other people that were up for eviction. Like, I want to hear your thoughts on them and all that.
Yeah. Well, let's start with the important stuff. Will is mad, and Ashley doesn't know who Clark Kent is.
Yeah, that's the big stuff.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe, but they haven't seen the new Superman movie. They didn't even have the opportunity to see the
But
new
they did.
Superman.
They did get the opportunity to see Bad Guys 2, which they were very excited about. If you ask their very scripted confessionals.
Yeah. I mean, but Ashley has had lots of opportunities to see Superman at various points in her
this
life.
is not the first Superman movie.
Funniest part about Ashley is everything she's ever said that we've seen on television is dumb. But all of the people around her feel the need to look at the cameras and be like, no, she's really smart, though.
Yeah.
I think she's a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Got to be kind of smart for that.
Another thing that was very funny at the beginning of episode 10 is, I can't remember if it was Catherine or Lauren, but her job description was fine dining server.
That's Catherine.
Catherine. And I was like, just say waitress. There's nothing wrong with being a waitress.
Yeah. They're just dressing it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine dining server.
I mean, there's a difference between being a fine dining server and working at Applebee's, I suppose. You know. I mean,
Wait, man. I think you just said the same thing twice, brother.
Oh,
I'm pissed.
No, it ain't been fine dining since they took away the smoking section, brother.
Dude, you said it, brother.
Hey, man, you get $4 Ritas in, man, and it's the most fine dining you've ever had.
But there's a lot.
Cook is skillet.
I know that it might not seem important, but Ava saying that she wouldn't be in a showmance with any of the guys, only Rachel. But it just can't work out because she's married. I thought that was also important.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And she said that the only person that she's attracted to in the house is Rachel. And she said that Rachel's the most attractive woman in the house. And guys, I don't see it. Is that crazy of me to say?
I think it's subjective, and I value Ava's opinion. And I think Rachel is stunning.
I think there's a lot of attractive people, though, is what I'm saying. Like, to say that no one else is attractive is wild.
All right, rank them, Chase. Go.
Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead. Objectify the women, Chase.
You can throw the men in there as well.
I was about to say, I was going to start with Vince. Vince is my number one. That mustache, man.
I only do that on Survivor. I'm not objectifying the Big Brother men.
Yeah. We haven't seen them shirtless enough. I don't know if we have or not.
We have Zach.
Okay, all right. I take
a
it
few
back.
of them.
I take it back.
Zach would be low on my list, though.
But then, speaking of Rachel, you gotta, even if you don't think she's the most beautiful woman on the show or whatever, Chase, you gotta admit that her fashion sense isn't as bad as Jimmy makes it out to be.
No, Jimmy's the worst. Jimmy's at the bottom of my list.
Which one's Jimmy?
He's the
Lord
really
Farquaad.
mean one.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so what did he tell her? I mean, he did say something really funny in this scene, which was Rachel said, what do you mean? I wore this on my talk show and I got tons of compliments. And then Jimmy was like, did it get canceled? And she's like, technically, yeah.
That's funny.
I didn't know she had a talk show.
Yeah,
I didn't either. We need to find that.
Is it a podcast? She's trying to spice it up like a fine dining server?
It was in 2014, so I have a feeling it was not a podcast.
And I'm sure it was like a CBS thing, like how Jeff Probst had his own talk show for a little bit.
Guys, we should start telling people we have a talk show.
I mean, technically we do.
Yeah, in a sense, we do talk, and it's a show.
All right, we do. We're talk show hosts. I'm going to start telling everybody that.
Update your resume.
Then we got a bit of a love triangle going on, and the love triangle is Zach, Morgan, and Lauren. So Morgan wants Zach. Zach wants Lauren. Lauren doesn't want any part of it.
Yeah, I don't think it's a love triangle if most of the people aren't involved. I think it's just Zach in his head, like everyone loves me.
What did you think of his game he was spitting to Lauren when he was like, "Oh, you like Sprite and vodka?" I'll remember that when we go out in real life. I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna buy you that drink.
He's like, I like the sweet drinks, the sugary drinks.
Does that side of like the showman side of it a lot more front and center compared to Survivor?
Definitely.
Okay, that's like a big part of it.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's a more competitive real world in a sense.
The very first episode, people were saying like, you know what, I might not win, but like if I find the love of my life out here, then that's good too.
Oh, okay. So, but are there people that use the the showmance to like. How do you win the game?
I don't know.
We don't know yet.
Okay.
But from what I understand, similar to Survivor, there's a jury, and then the final two they vote for who wins.
The jury's made up of people that have been voted out.
Mm-hmm.
And they all go home, so they have to fly back.
Huh.
I think that's how that works, right? Do they stay in L.A. or do they go home?
I think the jury is sequestered the same way that they do it in Survivor.
Oh, so if you get out first, you have to
Go back
like
home.
A
Yeah.
Okay,
Zay from the season, he's just been on TikTok, just being like, when you're the first one eliminated from the big bro house.
And it's probably not a liability with spoilers and stuff because he
'cause
can't
it's
see
live.
anything that anyone. Yeah. So there's no reason why we couldn't have one of the eliminated people on our show.
Oh, yeah. We could have Zay on right now, and he would be so interesting to talk to.
No, I mean, he was the buns of the Burger Bros operation. He was caked up.
The very successful Burger Bros Alliance.
All right, now it's time for Bad Guys 2 with Chase.
Yeah, dude. Oh, man. So...
Guys, I'll be honest. I'm pretty excited about Bad Guys 2. Big fan of the franchise, and
I haven't seen the first one, but it
You
looks
and
like
Rachel both.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Did you
Rachel
connect
was
to Rachel?
so
Because
excited.
Rachel was really excited.
That's what we bonded over. Our love of Bad Guys.
Oh, nice. You watch her talk show and just talk about
Yeah.
Bad Guys?
Big fan.
So going into the Power of Veto competition, which is sponsored by the Bad Guys 2, we get an appearance from Mark Maron and
Craig Robinson was there too.
Craig Robinson and Anthony Ramos. Going into the Power of Veto competition, there's a few things at stake. One, Keanu is definitely going to go home if he does not win it. But as a backup, he's going around to the other players and being like, just trying to see who would be willing to use the Power of Veto on him if they want it. And no one will do that. Everybody has made it very clear. I don't know if it's because they don't like Keanu, but they've made it very clear that it's just the easiest for everyone if Keanu goes home because everyone's okay with that.
I was okay with it too. I wanted that.
Really? Well, I mean,
You don't
I know
like Keanu?
he's on my team.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Keanu, even if he wasn't on my team. Vince is going around and just promising everyone everything. So Keanu's like, will you use it on me? And he's like, absolutely. I promise you I will use it on you. And then Kelly walks up and is like, are you going to use it on me? He's like, of course I'm going to use it on you. I promise you. And then Lauren walks up and he's like, hey, if I win it, I'm not going to take anyone off the block. I promise you. So he's promised all of these things to everybody. And he's like, hopefully I just don't get selected to play in the Power of Veto competition. Hard cut. Vince is the first one selected to play in the Power of Veto competition. And they give us a quick little montage of him making all of his promises, which was very funny. Will gets selected out of the hat, but of course he is already playing in the competition, so he gets to pick the player that will try to help him, and that is Ashley, who he calls his niece. She reminds him a lot of his daughters. It's very wholesome. First thing is Vince has got to throw the challenge, right? And the way that this challenge works is they have to avoid the lasers. It's like a Mission Impossible laser room, like an escape room type thing. They have to avoid the lasers and get to a giant safe. Inside the giant safe is one of the biggest crystals that the world has ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't a giant crystal like that.
Neither were any of the house guests, because every time they looked at it, they all went, whoa.
Whoa.
The first person with the fastest time gets the Power of Veto. Here's a few highlights from the competition. They have to get the MacGuffin crystal. Now, a MacGuffin is it's a writing term. So it's like in Indiana Jones, the MacGuffin is the Ark of the Covenant or whatever. It's a device that is used in movies where it's like that's what all of the main characters are trying to get, right?
And nobody could spell it, or
nobody could pronounce
read
it,
yeah,
except for Keanu, which he's such a nerd. The dungeon master. I thought that was funny that he was the only one that knew what a MacGuffin was. Ashley was very unserious. Watching her go through the lasers was hilarious. Vince does rock paper scissors with a statue. That was interesting.
He's killing time.
Yeah. Well, dude, that was what was so crazy is he was in the dilemma where it's like he needs to go quick enough to where everyone doesn't know that he throws the challenge. But He wants to make sure that he doesn't accidentally win because it's a timetable thing. He got
came
close.
Yeah, very close.
Another very funny thing, they added sound effects in post. So where whenever they dropped the crystal, which was obviously made of foam, they tried to make it sound like it was a real crystal. That was funny.
Yeah. And then they had the wolf and the spider, whoever else.
Yes.
They were kind of heckling them as they messed up.
Yeah, and all of the confessionals at this point were extremely scripted. It felt so weird.
Well, yeah, because they're getting paid a lot of money from bad guys too to make the movie look good or say whatever they want.
This is where I would have a problem because I would be like, "Hey, what am I getting paid to do this ad?" It's not Julie doing the ad read right now. It's me.
The chance to get almost $1 million, I think, is what.
I need a little something more than a chance, brother.
Well, the thing about bad guys too is that it's already a Paramount property, so I don't even know if they spent money to do it. Like it's all a part of it.
That's a very good point. It's a good point.
It's like when they showed Jack and Jill in Survivor. Did y'all know about that?
No.
Yes,
I don't know about that.
They showed Jack. There was a reward where you get to see the new Adam Sandler blockbuster. Jack and
so
Jill.
Funny. I love that. I can't wait for that.
Well, the Power of Veto competition is over. And here are the top 3 times.
Wait, who did y'all think was going to win based off what they showed us? I thought Lauren.
Yeah, I thought Lauren for sure. She was flying through that thing. But Keanu also did a good job. And I was also thinking that they were setting up for the Vince win. Like, he tried so hard to throw it, but he accidentally did better than everyone else.
I don't really know much about Keanu, but I assume he's going to win everything.
He is jacked.
Good.
He's jacked, and he's just also really serious. Like everything is very serious with him. It feels like, and so I don't know. My money's always
been on the bottom.
You know what? I'm drafting
week.
Keanu. Oh, he's on the bottom every week. I'm not drafting.
Yeah, he's
Keanu.
on the bottom every week.
That's tough.
Unfortunately, Bran, the draft already happened, and there's nobody available.
Dang it!
We'll get into that later, but never mind. I'm going to offer you somebody.
Offer me someone?
I'll also offer you someone.
Oh, great!
If you want to
Thanks.
get it on the draft. In third place, solving the laser room in 10 minutes and 1 second is Vince. Second place with 7 minutes and 22 seconds, Lauren. And in first place, finishing at 6 minutes and 54 seconds, Keanu wins the golden power of
My guy.
He does it, and Chase, quickly explain to Bran the Dungeon Master dilemma from episode 1.
Yes. So Keanu is a part-time dungeon master, which he told everyone in the house that. And immediately...
So, what does that mean?
In Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay,
rolling dice.
Got it.
But everyone in the house was also confused when he told them this.
He's the one who tells the story and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was Mickey who was like, whoa, this dude is awesome. He does BDSM and he has a sex dungeon and he's the master of it. Yep. And then he goes, no, like Dungeons and Dragons. And she goes, oh, he's a loser. So they had respect for him when he had a sex dungeon, but lost that respect.
That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to get from Dungeon Master. But you know what?
And I thought it was so funny that I drafted Mickey second overall.
It's looking like, that's going to come up in the next episode. But after the Power of Veto competition, they have the ceremony. Keanu takes himself off the block, which means that Lauren, the HOH, now has to replace him and put someone else on the block. And it is a whole dilemma because everyone is upset because everybody doesn't want their friend to go up on the block. It looks like it's going to be either Adrian or Ashley. Ashley has support from a lot of the women in the house, and Adrian has support from a lot of the men in the house. Vince,
who were you guys hoping?
I was hoping that it would be Adrian because he's not on my team. And I feel like Showergate was overblown and justice for Ashley.
I was hoping Ashley.
I don't have a lot of experience. Obviously, I got a lot more Adrian than anybody else at this point because he ends up getting picked. But I found Adrian to be quite charming.
Yeah, me too. And I think that's kind of a big problem that happens in the eviction episode that they didn't see coming, and we'll get to that. But Vince immediately who is in a final 2 deal with Lauren, the HOH, but he's also in a final 2 deal with a few other people. But he's trying to convince her to put Ashley up on the block. Rachel doesn't like this at all. So Rachel goes to Lauren and is like, hey, don't listen to someone unemployed in their 30s.
Whoa. This got personal fast.
Yeah. She did clarify, I don't know how that happened. I guess giving him a little bit of grace, but I don't know.
She's evolved as a human being. You know, she's an adult now.
I did think about that every time Vince's name popped up, and it just said, "What does it say? Does it say unemployed?"
It says unemployed. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. Every time, like you couldn't switch it up. Like, good guy. Like I don't.
His whole thing in episode 1 was that he's unemployed and he lives with his parents.
Oh,
and he delivered pizza to the Big Brother set.
Oh, that's
back
fun.
in the day.
He's a fun guy. Maybe that's what got him fired. He was too busy having fun.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, what if he's just laid off and is like, what if I just go on reality TV? And then he's got people like Rachel dragging him.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
No, he's a likable guy. He's got a future.
Yeah, I like him a lot because I like how he promises everyone everything and then he doesn't have to follow up on it. That's so funny.
I like his mustache.
Yeah,
he's got a great mustache.
You can't
There's some
forget
conspiracies.
him.
There's conspiracies on TikTok that Jimmy and Vince are actually twin brothers, and they have a fake mustache.
I really
He has a fake mustache. Okay, anyway, Keanu takes himself off the block. Adrian,
oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Chase is all in on these like. There's this triplet theory where they're swapping in 3 different people, and I'm like, it's not real, Chase. It's not.
I'll just say I am convinced.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced at all. But they've done it before. So
have you ever seen Vince? Have you ever seen Vince without his hat on?
I don't know what hat you were talking about.
He has a hat on. He has
a beanie.
He has a beanie on all the time.
Maybe I haven't. I just thought that was a part of his head, I guess. I didn't even register.
That's what they want you to think because they're twins.
Here's the thing, guys. It's funny to be like, it's impossible because they've done it before.
Has anybody drawn a mustache on Jimmy's face?
I don't
Honestly,
think so.
it's a good idea.
All right, I'll do it right now, guys.
Can we Photoshop... Can we Photoshop Vince's mustache onto Jimmy and see how similar they look? I'll do that. I'll do that after this. Anyway.
They did do it before, but it's like calling it the triplet twist, and then you're bringing in a whole extra person. I don't know. It's a lot for me.
I don't buy it, but it's not impossible because they've done it before.
See, what Chase saw was this dude on. I was about to say this little dude on TikTok. It was this little dude with a little mic. You know how those people who like act like they're reporters. They hold a little mic like right up to their basically put the mic in their mouth. And they're like, so this week on Big Brother, blah, 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 and so that's where Chase is getting his info.
And all this guy does all day long is just post conspiracy Big Brother TikToks, and it's hilarious.
His mental health must be terrible,
or awesome,
you know. But you skipped over something, Chase, and that was that Ava wanted to talk a little strategy, and she broke Mickey's bowl of popcorn. I felt like that was important to add. Just ruin Mickey's popcorn. They both kind of fell out of the hammock.
Dang. Yeah, that was very funny. That was a good way to end the episode.
Yeah, so episode 10 opens up with Lauren saying she changed her decision like minutes before, which I thought was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think Lauren was a very good HOH.
No, she wasn't. And one of the biggest things that has come to fruition at the end of this episode is when Adrian goes home, everyone is upset. Like, everyone's crying. It was like an impossible situation. They had to choose between 2 people that they really liked, Will and Adrian. And that's what's so interesting about the strategic part of Big Brother, which is they do the renominations. So just because these people were nominated last week, they were like, well, it's safe to go ahead and just nominate them again. But the issue was when they were nominated last week, they were nominated as pawns to get someone else out. They were likable, so that they were put against someone not likable, so that way they would go home. But this week, it was just 2 people that everyone really liked going up against each other, and someone lost an ally, which really puts a target on Lauren, the HOH.
Yeah, and Kelly, I want to talk about Kelly because we're back on the Kelly coaster.
Do people like Kelly?
Chase
I
likes
like
Kelly.
Kelly.
I
like Kelly.
don't like Kelly all that much. I think she's kind of crazy.
Okay.
I think that's what makes her charming.
But we're
I
back.
think we're all a little crazy when you're in the Big Brother house.
Amen,
Big brother.
Big Brother.
But, so with Kelly, I'm calling this the Kelly coaster now because this is the cycle.
That's fun.
Okay, first she wants on the block, and then she goes, "Oh no, I'm on the block," and then she crashes
Yeah, why
out.
did she want to be on the block?
This is the third time she's done this, Bran. That's why
I don't
I'm calling
understand what the advantage to being on the block would be. It seems like it would be real bad.
She thinks she's invincible, and she is so far.
She is. She is.
Because she has such a strong alliance.
No, she just keeps winning these challenges.
Oh,
So
okay.
what she's doing is she thinks she does this move every week.
Which is insane because she immediately regrets it every week.
She thinks that in an effort to it's like a move. So if the HOH is in a hard position, who am I going to put up on the block? Kelly goes to them as doing them a favor. Hey, put me on the block. I don't mind. Now she's got a favor she can cash in later. And what has happened 3 times now is Kelly gets put up on the block because she volunteers, and then she wins the Big Brother blockbuster and takes herself off 3 times.
That's pretty good.
Also, I have something very embarrassing to say.
And go ahead.
This is episode 11. I double checked.
Oh, okay. So I got it wrong. Then Chase corrected
you,
me.
but then I thought I was wrong.
And then we're wrong again. Okay.
But I was right all along.
You guys are cute. This is a
Big
cute
brother.
Big brother. What was amazing, and I didn't know that I didn't know that information while watching the BB Blockbuster, which is just so dumb. It's such a dumb name.
They're on the block, and they're trying to bust it
Do
up.
you guys know if the on the block was that like the terminology in season 1, or is that like fan lingo that leaked itself into the show?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
We'll look into that.
Anyway, she was done so quick. Like you had a minute and a half to look at the rooms, and she was like back at her podium at like 50 seconds. It was crazy.
Yeah, she's really good, and she only missed it by 1.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Unlike Will, who put in 16.
Yeah, that was crazy.
We'll get to that.
You know what? Maybe he was thinking not like
I don't know what he was thinking.
it's
Doubling
like
them?
8. It was like 8 total? But maybe he did it times 2 because it's
in
2
each
rooms.
room.
Yeah,
That's probably it.
So at the start of this,
I'm going to give him that benefit of the doubt.
after Kelly was freaking out about being on the block, Lauren and Catherine were talking about how they want Will out, and Lauren doesn't want to play scared anymore. What was it that she said? She said, "I don't want to play. I don't want to play scared, brother." Or something.
Here, I have the quote. She says, "It's not tiptoe around because I'm scared, brother. It's big brother."
Brother.
Guys, they don't even know that Hulk or Ozzy's dead.
No, they don't. But she said she didn't want to play scared even after she made the scared renomination. And I thought that they were going to be the only ones willing to take out Will. But then we get Vince talking to Adrian, and they both want Will gone. And they need 6 votes to do it. Lauren would be the tie-breaking 7th. And I just thought it was incredibly disrespectful to the man who killed Hitler. Why do they keep putting him up when after he did so much to make this podcast possible? Like, if it wasn't for Will, this podcast would be in German. I don't think people understand that. So it's like, why do you keep like sacrificing Will, putting him on the block? I don't appreciate it personally.
Yeah. We'd be eating schnitzel.
What's going on here?
Will, he's the reason we have our freedom. He is solely responsible.
Any major American historic moment, that was Will.
Okay, so last week on the show, Zach said something to the effect of, because of Will, I have my freedom, because Will served in the military. And it just made it sound like he was saying Will was responsible for all of it. So that has turned into, for us, Will killed Hitler.
What are your guys' thoughts on Will? Because I think Will kind of strikes me as like the dad of the group. Maybe a bit of more of a snoozer.
Oh yeah,
but somebody
yeah.
that people trust because he's the dad of the group, and also he's because of him we have our freedom.
I find him really
especially
entertaining personally.
Okay.
I
Yeah, I like him a
like
lot.
how he doesn't really understand the people he's with. He's like, these kids are disgusting and they don't clean up after themselves, and they talk about TikToks and farts.
Yeah, fair enough. I feel that way on this podcast, to be honest with you.
We're not that much younger than you. What is it, 20, 22 years?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
22. Yes, you guys are 22 years younger than me.
Okay.
And then
yeah,
Jonathan's 50.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
He's old, man. He's old. That's why he can never show up. He's got doctor's appointments.
Yeah, but so the last episode,
Did you guys clock that? Did you guys clock that confessional from Adrian in this episode where he doesn't cuss? So he goes, "For these mother flippers."
I missed the mother flippers, or I didn't. Or at least I didn't take note of it.
He got really aggressive. He was like, "It's game time for these mother flippers."
Is that his whole thing? Is he doesn't cuss?
No,
I guess so.
It hadn't been brought up, but Will.
Yeah,
I hadn't
Will
heard it
said
until
it.
this episode
Brings it
until
up
Will
twice.
said it. Yeah.
Okay.
Will brings it up like
also-
right before he gets voted
And
out.
then he
too.
said freaking to Julie. What's her full name?
Yeah.
Julie Chen Moonves.
Yeah.
Another thing I learned about the cast, because we learned that Adrian doesn't cuss. Zach is a virgin,
Interesting.
and he thinks that Lauren is the one.
Wow.
Oh.
That's from the live feeds, brother. You got to be on that whole other side of Big Brother to learn that info.
Yeah. And that's Chase's territory. I don't know if I'm gonna go that deep.
Look, man, I can't open Twitter without seeing all of the live. I don't even follow any of the pages. It's just all.
Your mistake is opening Twitter.
Yeah, you're right, but I get bored. I don't have anything to do all day. After this, I'm done.
With the day.
Yeah.
At 10 a.m.
Yeah, dude, I'm a YouTuber. I just do whatever I want.
You're gonna watch Pretty Little Liars.
No, I finished that.
You're gonna watch season 5.
No, I got other stuff to do, but I recorded 2 videos yesterday, so I'm good. I just watching
Yeah.
Big Brother live feeds, dude.
Chase is just gonna sleep. Last episode, Morgan and Mickey were being suspicious of Jimmy, but now we got a little crack in the M&M alliance. I'm a little concerned because I was kind of banking on that for my draft strategy of those two being power players. But
You're the Dr. Dre to this Eminem.
exactly,
It feels like alliances on this program are real willy-nilly.
and complicated.
Yeah.
Because Eminem's issue is that Mickey told Adrian about Morgan's Final 3 deal that she had told Mickey about, but then Mickey tells Adrian, and now it's getting out there, and it's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was.
And now we can talk about my favorite thing from this episode. It's the bread date.
Okay. Yeah.
What's up with that?
I don't
That
know.
was also new. That was also brand new.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was brand new, and then I assumed that was a long running thing.
Nope.
Because they made him take the bread with him. The bread
Yeah.
sat with him.
Maybe in the house it was a running bit about how much he loves bread, and that was him like doing his grand finale to the bit, but we didn't get any of that context.
That's funny.
So it just like it cuts from like we find out Adrian's on the block and everything, and in the middle of some drama with Mickey and Morgan, and it seems like that would be a bad time to go on a date with bread.
But we might see some little breadsticks running around.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, shout out
That made me laugh.
shout out to Jimmy. Chase, you love Jimmy.
No, I hate Jimmy, and I thought Zach said that.
Rewind the tape, but I'm pretty sure it was Jimmy because Zach's not.
You're probably
funny.
right.
I mean, Jimmy's not that funny either. He's funny in moments, but most of his lines are stolen from Drag Race. We found out.
Yeah.
Dang.
And now, Bread Boy Bread Boy is finding himself in the middle of the whole heavy hitters, the final 3, final 2, final 4 different deals that we got going on. It's a lot. But Lauren
There's
thinks
two
they have
big-
7 votes.
There's 2 big alliances, rough alliances, right? There's the guys plus Kelly and Lauren, and then there's the girls plus Jimmy and Vince, quote unquote Vince. Vince plays both sides. But then there's little individual alliances that sometimes break that big alliance, like Vince and Kelly or Vince and Lauren. And then there's Jimmy and Rachel, but there's also Jimmy and I think Adrian at one point. Like it's all over the place.
But they think that they could pull in Ava and Rylie. Lauren's group does, and then Vince is actually working or appears to be working with Lauren in this moment and kind of leading the charge on getting Will out. But they do admit that they're hesitant because it would be a drawing the line in the sand moment.
Yes.
But now it's time for the BBBBB CWC. That's
what?
the Big Brother Blockbuster with Chase. The Big Brother Blockbuster Challenge with Chase.
Okay. The
BBBB CWC.
Clear as
All
crystal.
right. Guys, we've already talked about it a little bit, but basically there's 2 nearly identical rooms. You have to count the small differences between the 2 rooms. It's a classic child's game. Spot the difference. You've got a minute and a half. The most accurate and quickest wins the blockbuster. Kelly locks in very quickly. She locks in 7. There are 7 differences. Adrian clocks in after her with 6 differences. And then Will, he locks in with 16 differences. There was a total of 8, which means that Kelly is the closest, so that she wins again. She is no longer on the block. Adrian starts crying in the what's it called?
Yeah.
The Blockbuster Arena.
Oh, I was falling asleep as this happened, and I just heard crying, and I'm like, "Oh, Kelly's really she's really happy she won." And then I turn around, and it's Adrian bawling, and I'm like, "Oh,
yeah, I brought the audio. If you guys want it, you want to hear?
I would love to hear
Oh,
it.
no.
He
Did you just
disconnected?
Is he leaving the show?" Oh, okay. I thought you were just gonna leave, and that was it was just a bit, and you were never gonna come
really
back.
funny.
But
That was really funny. Yeah.
did you disconnect your microphone or what? What happened there? All I saw was Bran tried to eat his mic, and then his
I think
camera
he was
cut
trying
out.
He was trying to make a joke about how all you can hear a lot of times are just the microphones on people's shirts. And Bran destroyed his whole setup trying to make the joke.
Bran has to buy a new computer because he just lunged at it.
I like that you can hear the lav mics ruffling up against the shirt. It makes it feel
I
more
think
real.
It makes it like a more intense moment
Yeah, I
instead of
agree.
Survivor, action movie music.
Yes. Yeah. It's not polished. It feels homemade, which is fun. But
Yeah, maybe we'll
Adrian
get
is
Bran
just
back eventually.
sobbing. Yeah, he'll be back soon. And then that takes us to the elimination.
Well, I just want to say the Kelly coaster is in full swing. We're back to the beginning of the cycle. So, Bran's back. Anyway, so the Kelly cycle is you put yourself on the block. Then you cry about being on the block because
Yeah.
you realize you can go home. Then you compete for your safety and win,
Yep.
and you realize you're invincible, bringing you back to
Yes.
square one, which is I want to go back on the block.
And until she doesn't win the blockbuster, I think she's going to volunteer every week to go on the block.
She might as well. It keeps
awesome.
working.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah, Bran's back for the live eviction.
Yeah,
That's right.
guys, I'm not even going to try to do the bit again. It's not working. It's not working.
So
I was just going to make a muffled noise. That's all I was going to do. That's
Bran
it.
was going to make a muffled noise and then had connection problems for 2 minutes after.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So Will and Adrian both make their cases, and the vibe in the room is like a family being like, so are we going to kill our dog or our cat?
Yeah. This is where Lauren, she really messed up. Will's crying. He refuses to say anything bad about Adrian. Adrian's crying. He's pleading his case.
It's like, I can't say anything bad about this kid. He doesn't even drop an F-bomb.
Yeah, and then Adrian's just I'm here for my family. I'm here for my family. I don't want to let them down, please. And oh my God, by trying not to rock the house, I think Lauren made a huge, huge mistake.
Definitely. And because Will and Adrian, I think, just seem like the two nicest guys on the cast.
Yeah.
She really should have put up
like
Ashley.
Jimmy or Ashley. When you have people who other people do not like that much because they are playing big games and they're being very rude and blatantly
Yeah, but if it was Will versus Ashley, the whole Mickey, Morgan, Vince group,
Yeah.
I think they would not take too kindly. Jimmy, Rachel, I think Lauren would be on the block
Put
next
Rachel
week.
up. Yeah, exactly. I think she still might. People are really upset between the Will and Adrian thing.
Yeah.
Adrian called them all chicken.
Yeah,
he did, and he was right about
Mother
that.
flipping chickens.
Because that's the thing. Like up until this point in the show, they haven't been putting threats on the block. They really haven't.
No, they haven't. They thought that Keanu was the big threat to send home this week.
God. And I just watched 12 weeks of that with Survivor 48. Come on, guys. We gotta.
Yeah,
We can do
gotta
it.
some moves.
They're going to figure it out.
Now, I have a pretty big question for you guys, and it's kind of a philosophical question about Big Brother and Survivor. It seems like both of these shows have changed a lot over the years to the point where, like, the games have the people playing have become too scared to make big moves. They're too scared to ruffle feathers. They're too scared to do anything. They're all playing it like a hyper-political game. What do you think that is? It's funny that it's happening in both of these major reality shows.
I think it's a
What do you think that
coincidence.
is?
I think it's just a coincidence. 47 was awesome.
I guess you're
46 was awesome. 45, pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's
44
kind of,
also.
Chase, that's kind of the complaint from a lot of like Survivor super fans is that everybody's just trying to
Be
the
nice.
big move all the time. You
Oh,
know?
really?
Yeah.
I mean,
And
that
it's
was not
like
the case
everybody's like
48.
out, they're all super fans now, and so they're all
Right.
like thinking 3 or 4 steps ahead and trying to like blindside before the blind side, and like all the people that liked old school Survivor are like, I missed the good old days.
I miss it when they voted off each other one by one. You know? And they just knew exactly what the pecking order was from like the very first episode, and then we just watch it play out. I like the super. I was about to say super freaks. The super
right.
fans, super
All right,
fans,
brother.
and super freaks. Because I think it makes the game more fun and more complicated. And like Jeff has said, if you put one of those old people, like, you know, people who haven't watched the show ever, like they used to do, those people are going to be at such a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
It just wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, it's fair.
Roll Tide. So we got the vote here. The first person who goes up to vote. Oh, wait, Bran, what did you think of the FaceTiming with Julie? Like, I know you talked about that a little bit in the beginning.
I
but
loved it. That was the best part of the show.
Do you wish that they would do that with Jeff, where Jeff was like,
100%.
and they don't have to FaceTime Jeff, obviously, but Jeff could be like on the other side of the voting booth, like a Catholic confessional.
Yeah.
That would
I
be
know
cool.
that like part of the whole fun of Tribal is him reading it and us not knowing and us finding out with the rest of the tribe, but I found it really interesting. Really fun.
Yeah,
And it's
I think that's
live,
the
so like
big-
they can't order them for dramatic effect like they do.
right. I think that's the big difference between Survivor and Big Brother. Is Big Brother, there's no like, everything's out in the open. Like everyone knows who won HOH for next week because the live feeds, and it's only Friday. You know, so Survivor would lose their mind if it leaked that someone won a challenge. You know.
Yeah. And that's why Big Brother is better, because of the transparency. I'm just kidding.
Whoa, bold.
I'm not going to say it's better. I'm going to say it's fun. How
It
about
is
that?
very fun. It is very fun, especially when we're so used to like how serious Survivor is.
Yeah, so the two people that I was the most curious about in the voting was Vince and Ava, because they had floated voting for Will and making it to where Lauren would break the tie, which they could have made that happen.
Hey, does
but-
Head of Household get the big bed?
Yeah,
Yes,
they get
they
their
do.
own room.
They
They
get
get
the
the
big
HOH
bed.
room.
Wow,
It
that's
comes with
pretty nice.
snacks, music, letters from home.
Wow.
Like they get a bunch of stuff.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so Vince is first, and he votes for Adrian, and then Ava also votes for Adrian. And I think, what was the final vote? It was like 4 votes
It
for
was
Will.
8-4.
Yeah.
8-4. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be closer than that.
I did too. Yeah, I think a lot of people realized last second that they needed to not rock the boat and draw the hard line in the sand. Cowards. They're all cowards. I want to see some big moves. That's been the big complaint this season, and it's so interesting because that was the big complaint from Survivor 48 was no one's playing big moves.
Yeah, but if you think about it, we don't even get to the merge portion of Big Brother if we're gonna like compare it to Survivor until how many weeks or how many episodes
I don't
from
know.
now? It'll be like 20 episodes from now. We'll have like half of the players left, and then we can really decide how the game goes. You know,
That's true.
It's like football
that's
doesn't start until Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Well, nice, guys. That was Big Brother for Wednesday and Thursday.
Guys, I had fun. I might be back. I don't know.
All right, we'll see. Maybe Bran will be like the mastermind, and he only shows up occasionally because
I
we
won't be
didn't
back
get any
next week.
mastermind.
I know I won't be back next week.
Just like
Yes, mastermind.
There is a hidden twist in this episode.
Okay.
You have been awarded. You have been awarded a player named Jimmy on your team.
you're doing it. So, Bran, do you accept Jimmy? You want Jimmy from Chase's
Let me look
team?
at Jenny. Let me look at Jimmy's face real quick. The less attractive twin. Yeah, I'll take Jimmy.
And Bran, I want to offload somebody that I hate. If you're interested,
Sure.
Rylie the cowboy. Do you want Jimmy and Rylie as your team?
You don't like Rylie?
I don't. He annoys me. I think it's the tattoos with the country thing.
You're gonna watch Sunday's episode and be like,
All right, I'll take Jimmy and Rylie, and you guys are gonna rue this day.
If Bran wins the draft because of one of those guys, I will be pissed off, but it's a decision I made. So, you know what? Actually, I won't be pissed off. I don't want to win. I don't want to win with Rylie. He's dumb.
I don't want to win with Jimmy.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit.
That's so funny, dude.
All right.
I'm just glad. All right. Bye, Bran.
I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Okay.
See you, man.
I guess I have to stop it.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh, okay.
You're the admin, even though I'm the admin. All right, we are now Branless to cover the final episode of the week, the Sunday HOH special. We kicked Bran out because Bran wasn't invested enough in Big Brother. His heart's not in it.
We need people who are really ready to spit game for this episode.
That's right. Well, actually, I am hoping Bran comes back and sees what's about to happen. I hope that he regrets picking up Jimmy and Rylie.
What about this episode would make him regret that?
I think not only stuff in this episode, but if he gets on Twitter and searches Rylie, Big Brother, he can find like a whole compilation of things to regret.
Yeah, probably. But will he do this? No.
Probably not.
No, he won't. But yeah, episode 12. This is the HOH episode. Biggest thing I think we need to talk about this episode is we didn't get the nominations at the end of this episode.
Yeah, I was disappointed. I was really looking forward to see who Mickey was going to put on there.
I guess we'll have to find out on Wednesday at 8/7 Central.
Yeah. But I love how the Big Brother narrator guy will roast the last person who was out because he said bread boy becomes toast, I think.
Yeah. He's done that every time, and that's hilarious. Yeah, Jeff should start doing that as they're walking that long walk to the shore or whatever. He should just start roasting them.
Yep. Take notes, Jeff. I think there's a lot of notes that Jeff could take from Big Brother.
Like casting Rylie for next season of Survivor.
No. Gosh. All right, let's move on from Rylie and talk about Kelly, because Kelly's insane.
Explain to me why you said that.
I mean, did you not think that she was crazy for how she reacted to the whole like Adrian getting voted out thing?
Her crying because Adrian went home?
Because they explained, Vince and I think it was just Vince. He explained, like, we thought we had the numbers, but then we learned we definitely didn't, and we didn't want to put Lauren in the position to break a tie. And Kelly's just like, how dare you? I don't care if you didn't have the numbers. You should have done it anyway.
Well, I don't think she was crazy for that. I think she was justified to be upset because these are people that were like, we are with you. And then it was what she said was, hey, if they're willing to vote out Adrian, they're willing to vote me out. And I agree with them.
But I was just thinking, like, it took you this long to realize Vince wasn't trustworthy.
Okay, yeah, that is silly because, I mean, dude, the fallout of the beginning of this episode is essentially everyone's upset at Vince because he promised everyone something different.
But Zach, too, right? Because they've kind of...
Well, yeah. The whole thing with Zach, though, is he immediately shut it down. He was like, guys, Lauren is the light of my life. She's the most important person in the world to me, and I will put her above anything. So I couldn't put her in that situation.
So Kelly, at least she said she wouldn't put herself on the block again. So, like, the Kelly coaster that I was trying to brand is over. I was really hoping it would keep going.
We don't know if it's over. She could panic and do it again Wednesday.
That's a good point. If she's like, I got to get on Mickey's side. Mickey, hey, Just if you need someone to put
me
on
up.
there. And then 2 scenes later, what have I done?
Because here's the thing: now that Mickey is the HOH, which we'll get to, I mean, yeah, Kelly's back at the bottom. They might put Kelly back up, but I think at this point, it's no longer the renoms. I think it's house divided, and people are going for big threats.
Yeah, and I guess we should just get into Killer Carnival time with Chase.
Yeah, it's the Killer Carnival. This is the HOH competition, and I think the best way to introduce what this carnival competition is a quote from Rachel, which is, "I'm already living with a bunch of clowns." Mm-hmm. I thought that was funny.
And when she says hers, they don't feel as rehearsed or it doesn't feel like they fed it to her the way that Jimmy's or like Jimmy and Keanu are terrible.
They're all pretty rough. The only ones that are like okay at it are like Ava.
Mickey does a good job.
Mickey, yeah. Morgan does okay too. Zach does okay, but his are still, you can tell they're scripted.
Yeah.
Basically what happens is they divide into 3 groups of 4. When they divide into these 3 groups of 4, one person is left out. That is Kelly. Now, Kelly thinks that this means that she doesn't even get to try to compete for the HOH, but in reality, she just gets to automatically advance to round 2. For round 1, they have to run across balance beams and hit 4 buttons. If you fall off, the buttons reset. Each team has to select someone to go first. First up is Morgan, Zach, and Keanu. Zach goes first. He completes it in 35 seconds. Then Morgan goes next. She gets it in 23.81 seconds. Keanu is last. He manages to get it 23 seconds on the dot. Keanu wins round 1. Ashley boos him. That's an important thing to note.
Yeah, that was fun. And then the most fun thing of all, tell us what Rachel does.
That's in round 2.
I skipped ahead a little bit, but
yeah, that's in round 2.
And you said for round 1 they run around and hit buttons. That's every round.
Yeah,
they didn't get too creative with this one, except there was a horse. There was a horse occasionally in the way,
and it did play a role in the competition because Keanu wins round 1. He gets to eliminate 4 people from the competition. He immediately rattles off 4 names: Will, Ashley, Morgan, and Mickey. They are very upset.
He wasn't even trying to act like he was being like fair or like not favoring one side or the other.
And here's the thing, and I know you're probably going to disagree with me. They all got so upset with him. And I was like, guys, you literally booed him when he won the round.
And they would have done the same thing. They would have removed all the people that weren't in their alliance.
I hate that. You know what? I'm just like I won't give up on Keanu, even if that whole house hates you.
He's going home this week.
Yeah, I know.
It's
all right.
I don't know. We'll see. There's the blockbuster. There's the veto.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff.
And he's a good competitor, as we just saw.
Yeah.
But so now it's round 2, and they have to pick new teams. And Rachel, this is what you were insinuating. Rachel grabs onto Keanu and will not let go.
Dude, genius.
It was genius. It was, but I could see in Keanu's eyes the fear. Basically, her reasoning was either Keanu's so good that he's going to win and she wants to be on the winning team, or she can slow him down and kind of sacrifice herself to keep him from winning.
Yeah. Look, he should have just been happy to have a queen around his arm.
Honestly. Round 2 is the same thing. They have to run around the balance beams and hit buttons, but this time it's a relay race where everyone on the team will participate. The team with the fastest time moves on. First up is Zach, Jimmy, and Rylie. They get it in 56 seconds and 75 milliseconds. Then it's Keanu, Rachel, and Vince. Shockingly, Rachel is not the reason that they lose. Vince is. Vince falls off, and they end up with a total time of 56 seconds and 81 milliseconds. 0.1 millisecond is what cost Keanu this round. That means Keanu, Rachel, and Vince are eliminated. Next up is Kelly, Catherine, and Ava. Ava took up the entire time.
Yeah.
No one else even got to try, and they got eliminated.
Look, we know from how she does in the gym, she's not the best athletically.
No, but her lock on aura reading is all she needs.
I hope that she provides that as a service. You know how like Shaheen does the 15-minute like talk to him about public speaking and stuff. If she could do like a 15-minute aura read FaceTime thing that you could sign up for, I'd pay $50 for that.
Yeah, we got to find out your 3 colors, dude.
Yeah,
because she gives you 3 colors.
It's got pink has to be one of them.
Oh, well, of course, because of the pink robe that you rock. Yeah. So the final round: Zach versus Jimmy versus Rylie. Fastest time to run around and hit all 4 buttons wins. Zach goes first. He gets it in 24 seconds and 75 milliseconds. Jimmy, he goes next. He does not get it in time, which means that he is eliminated. It's up to Rylie. Rylie gets it in 17 seconds. Rylie wins the HOH. And when this happened, I'm sure you groaned.
Yep.
But
I kind of knew it was coming because I had seen some controversial stuff from Rylie. But yeah.
It was a big week in the Big Brother house. When Rylie won, I mean, obviously I know about kind of a lot of the controversial stuff that's been happening this week, just him blowing up and kind of going crazy and yelling at everybody.
By controversial stuff, I mean he sexually harassed Catherine multiple times. So.
That's a big that's a big part of it.
And gosh, Team PD knows when to cut ties with a player.
Brother,
let me tell
can you imagine?
And now Bran has to champion this guy.
I don't think Riley's going to make it that far, especially after what happens in the rest of this episode. But when Rylie won HOH, even though I knew what happens, I for a second was like, oh, this is good, because that means that for the first time, Riley's going to actually target some big people, and we're going to get some actual moves going on.
Yeah, I was thinking like Rachel's going up, Mickey's going up.
Mickey Morgan, brother. Mickey uses her big brother power.
She does, and I loved it because Rylie was so happy, and when he won, he came in, he was like running around and screaming, and then Mickey, well, first of all, she was hesitant, like she was very scared about using it at all.
It's a big move. It's a public move.
Yeah, and her move was to only tell Morgan. Or she had already told Morgan, but the only other person who knew about it was Rachel, and that was kind of risky. You don't know with a player like Rachel, she could have like turned it around on her.
I think it was the right move, though.
Yeah, and it ended up being the right move because I guess they are very solid. So
yeah,
that alliance is not as shaky as a lot of the other ones in Big Brother.
Like if she would have told Jimmy, it would have gone south quick.
Definitely. Because Jimmy and Rylie are stupid and weasels. And that's Team Bran right there.
That's Team Bran, baby.
The stupid weasels, Team Bran. But when she did it, I loved how much Ava panicked. And it was just, like Ava had a better reaction than anybody when the alarm was going off.
Dude. Was it shocking to you? Because we've been seeing the kind of controversial stuff that's been happening all week on Twitter. And sometimes it's hard to figure out what is like Twitter being crazy and what is genuinely a problem. Mm-hmm. Did it shock you with how much Catherine was like defending Rylie in this episode?
Definitely.
It seems like they do have a bit of a showmance going on, but these clips I'm seeing from the live feeds are very uncomfortable.
Well, I haven't seen anything to indicate a showmance, but...
well, on the live feeds, there are.
Yeah. Well, all I've seen is her saying she didn't want to sleep with him over and over again, and being like, "Come on, it's fine." No, it's like, it's whatever. There's a bunch of cameras, whatever. Like you're not allowed to do this.
Hey, people have done it in the past.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But so she does it, and then Rylie he tells everybody what's up, and then the interrogations start.
Dude, the funniest part of the interrogations, and this seems to happen a lot, Vince is always the first person selected for stuff. He gets in that HOH room. It takes him no time at all to just start spilling his guts on everything that he knows.
he was strategically trying to tell Rylie that it was Mickey, which I didn't understand because he falls into like the Mickey Morgan side of the voting, even though he was thinking about changing that up in the previous vote.
I think that he knew that if Rylie was HOH, he probably was not going up on the block. It was going to be Rachel, Mickey, Morgan.
Yeah, and so he
felt
trying
like that's safer.
As hard as he could. He was trying to point him in the direction of Mickey.
The amount of people that looked him in the face and said, "It's Mickey."
Yeah, it was like the first
astronomical
several that they showed. And then
the only people that told him it was Ashley was Keanu and Catherine.
Well, there was one more. It was Zach, because Zach also thought Mickey had it and he was trying to protect her. But who was the one? Was it like when Ashley came in that he was convinced, or was it before that? Because I thought he was starting to trend towards it's Ashley. And then Ashley comes in and he's like, oh my God, like she's the worst actress ever.
I think he was already had it dead set that it was Ashley. And then it was one of those things where no matter what Ashley did, it was just going to convince him that he was right. You know what I mean? Because one thing that I picked on when Mickey was in there was Mickey straight up looks at him and goes like, hey, don't take it so personally. And I was like, that would have been a key to me to be like, oh, she's worried I'm going to take this personally. It might be her. But I mean, everyone was telling him. I mean, even Lauren was telling him, I think it's Mickey.
But Ashley bombed so hard in her interrogation with smiling at him and then continually going after him, being like, but I thought you were going to put me on the block. It's like you don't. What argument are you trying to make there?
Unless she was like trying to get him to vote her, so that he loses the HOH.
Is she that smart? I know Will would have us believe. Yeah, I guess
If she didn't do this on purpose and she's a lawyer, not a good one.
No. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe Showergate was on purpose too. And like everything.
I don't think Showergate was on purpose. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Ashley's a great player, but I do think that it would have been dumb for her to just like try to help him. You know what I mean?
But I'm glad she bombed in that interview so bad. And then Mickey's strategy was don't say a word, which worked out too.
Dude, I mean, so as the interrogations are going on, we get a confrontation between Catherine and Ashley.
This was awesome.
This was insane, dude.
Yeah, so Morgan, I mean, not Morgan, Ashley's just smiling the whole time. and Catherine takes issue with this because this is a very stressful situation for Rylie. He's about to cry, apparently.
Yeah.
Moonbeam Rylie, crying in my blue jeans.
The direct quote that Catherine says to Ashley is, "Are you just happy that this has turned into a really bad day for him?"
I am. Like that. I loved watching it.
I thought Catherine would be happy too from everything I've seen.
Yeah, it's like you should join in on the fun. This is a great day for everybody.
But apparently Catherine is ride or die for this man.
And like I was hoping that Mickey was going to use it last week, but I'm so glad she
saved it for this week.
Because like her using it on Rylie is just the ultimate troll job because he was so excited and he was being such an asshole about it. Like when he found out about the power, we didn't even mention that he goes like, "What are you're trying to f with me? Like you can't. You know what? This is war, and I'm going to find out who did this. So you might as well tell me now because if you don't, you're going to be on the block."
Dude, he was pissed. But while Catherine is going at Ashley, Rachel jumps in. And Rachel starts going at Catherine. And listen, I know Rachel's your queen. I do think Catherine won the altercation.
Definitely when you tell somebody to sit down and then they reply, "I'm sat," because she was indeed already sitting
on the couch.
Yeah, Catherine definitely came away from that the winner. Also, she looked like the winner because they stormed out. And Rachel's
and
like,
Catherine
"We don't
didn't stop chilling."
Yeah. Rachel said, "What? We don't deal with bullies." And
I was like,
I don't know. Rachel, you're a bully. You're a professional bully.
Yes. And I want to make one thing very clear. I think Ashley sitting there smiling and giggling about this happening is terrible gameplay. You know what I mean? Like,
funny.
It is rude, but it is very funny. So I like Catherine. I mean, I'm glad Catherine is like able to kind of defend herself and stick up for herself, but I'm just so uncomfortable about what I'm seeing all over the internet that I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah, I'm just hoping Rylie goes home and we don't have to deal with that anymore. But I'm curious, who do you think out of the team Bran, who do you think's going to make it the farthest in the game?
Definitely Jimmy, because after the absolute meltdown that Rylie has in this episode, because if we can keep going, like
let's keep going a little bit, because this is like the last segment, right?
Yeah, he guesses Ashley incorrectly. Mickey gets up, says it was her. She's now the HOH, and they just start going at it. And Rylie is being way too aggressive.
Yeah, because he doesn't understand why she would do this when it's obvious. He literally told everybody that he would put them on the block. And then he was too stupid to not realize in the face of like all the people telling him that it was Mickey. Dude. He's dead set on Ashley. And so he shouldn't be so upset about it because he looked like a complete idiot. He should just take the L, honestly.
Dude. And I mean, he was upset. He was like, you don't understand. Like, this is my family time because I'm HOH. And it's like, well, yeah, you do get the family letters. I understand being upset about that. But like, he's being aggressive to the point of like, hey, by the way, that is a person. Yeah. You're yelling at this woman in front of millions of people on TV right now. Like, you need to calm down.
Mm-hmm. You know, he's probably a racist, so this might be worse. I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm not.
No, 100% though. I mean, to be fair though, it's like, I mean, we're not going to make any kind of crazy claims like that because we don't know. But it's like, I thought it was funny that someone was like, "Oh, who do you think you're going to nominate?" And he just immediately was like, "The two black ladies."
He didn't actually
he didn't say that.
Okay,
but he said Mickey and Morgan.
But he said Ashley, Mickey, and Morgan. So it was the three of them.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, man. But we did get to see. I thought we actually got to see Zach be smart because Zach goes into his interrogation. And he, in the confessional goes, or the diary room, whatever it is, he goes, guys, I'm pretty sure it's Mickey, but I'm going to tell him that it's Ashley so that he doesn't get it right. And it worked.
Yeah, I thought it was a very good showing for Zach in this episode. Yeah. He got the heat off of him in the beginning of it, and it was more on Vinny. And then, we have this moment where he actually figured it out without Mickey ever telling him, right?
Yeah.
So, and Morgan didn't tell him either.
Yeah, I mean, he was smart enough to figure it out, so that's good news for him. Yeah. He did not do good at the challenge, which was so fascinating.
No, so maybe the Savannah Bananas should hold off on that contract offer a little bit.
Yeah, they should offer it to Adrian. He was a challenge beast.
And he loves bread.
Yeah, they could do a whole bread thing with him.
Yeah, so look, my final thoughts on this episode is I'm thrilled that Team PD got the power, and now it will almost definitely be Chase's players on the block, because it we didn't mean for it to work out this way, but we kind of drafted the two different factions,
the opposite factions, and when we did that, I didn't realize it, but afterwards I realized it because I saw someone on Twitter say that this season was a race war. Yeah. Because there's one alliance with all the white people and there's alliance with the non-white people.
Oh, so I'm Team Black and you're Team White? Is that what you're saying?
Which sucks for me. But I do think that's very funny that it ended up like that.
And then I got rid of Rylie, too. Yeah. So I really doubled down on not having the whites.
I mean, I've got Keanu.
That's true.
But Riley's definitely going on the block, right?
Definitely.
Like, I mean, he's got to.
Yeah, but we saw how good he was in that challenge. So he has two opportunities to take himself off of it, and it could be him and Keanu taking themselves off. But who knows?
I think they're going to put up Rylie, Keanu, Catherine, so that way, no matter what, one of those three go home, unless
and then a replacement nom would be Lauren
or Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly's a safe one. Put Kelly on the block for the fourth straight week, please. I need to see that. I want to see her on Thursday freaking out.
And then getting herself off the block thanks
Kelly
to the Blockbuster.
Coaster all over again.
Heck yeah, dude. I'm on the Kelly train. I'm glad I drafted her.
Yeah, if I tried to get on the Kelly train, there would be lightning within 10 miles, and it would all be shut down. Because that's what happened to me in Dollywood.
Hey, man. Hey, great week of Big Brother. I'm very excited for Wednesday.
Yeah, me too. I'm very excited to hopefully have Bran back at some point if he wants to check in on his team.
Yeah.
But ultimately, we're just grateful to Bran that he let us offload the two people we despise.
Yes. Which, one last thing I want to bring up. Jimmy's job. He's an AI consultant.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but it makes me hate him even more, and I'm really glad I gave him to Bran.
I'm so glad. Oh, I have one thing I could end this episode with.
Okay.
I don't even know if I told you about this. I was in the same room as OJ's Bronco in Tennessee.
Why?
OJ Simpson's Ford Bronco from the high-speed chase, the real one.
Yeah,
I
Why
went
were
to
you in the room with it?
I went to a crime museum, and they had it. That was like their big attraction. Come see OJ's
I thought you were about to be like. Yeah, at Dollywood, they just drive around in OJ Simpson's Bronco.
Yeah, that's what Dolly drives around, actually with a gun. Yeah, but that was sick. You know, he rushed for 2,000 yards in a 14-game season. They also had one of his Bills helmets and golf clubs next to it.
Nice.
So shout out to OJ.
Yeah, may he rest in peace. he did nothing wrong.
Nope. All right.
Okay. Shout out OJ. Shout out
Julie Chen Moonves.
Julie Chen Moonves.
You're about to hear some ads that help keep the lights on here in the old studio. Thanks for listening or don't listen. It's really up to you at this point. It's at the end of the show. I mean, you're listening to me. Hi. But here they come. I promise they're coming. Yep, here they are. Happy day.